Welcome back, everybody. Let me get this set up here so I can see everybody talking today. Boom. Here we go. Pop out that chat. You know we got to pop out that chat. Welcome back, everybody, to the wonderful Rookzer0 Discord and Draw. Today we are back in the Aggie software. Gonna do some doodly doing. It is May the 4th, so we're going to draw some non-copywritten space wizards, I think, today. I think that would be fun. It's a good little crossover. The real question now, though, is how much wizard and how much space do we incorporate? And do space wizards use swords? Maybe beam swords of some kind? Powerful beam weapons? I forgot to click the tag, so bam, title page! Back to the live streaming. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Had a rough week last week. Didn't feel so hot. Took a day off. Tried to catch up on some work this weekend. Things are moving along, which is great. Yeah. So today is the day. We're gonna get back into it. We're gonna get some drawing done. Some drawing did. Space wizards, huh? That's gonna be fun. Someone was asking me how they would incorporate D&D, or I don't know. Can I say Jedis? I feel like if I say Jedi, Disney's gonna like sue me. Space wizards. We're gonna say space wizards since Jedis are a trademark thing of the people of Mickey Mouse Land. Oh, I gotta get my drawing back. It's been a few days. I've been doing stuff in my sketchbook, which is always good. David, welcome. But I haven't been able to do any digital artwork because it requires me to be up in the office and not laying down in bed. So this is gonna be a little weird for a minute or two here as I slowly remember how digital pens work. I'm gonna have to do some just rough sketches here. Just kind of get the feel. Why? Yeah, my lines are real choppy. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a fun experiment. Can I close that? Maybe I'll just do, I'm just do some character warm-ups. I think that's going to be the best bet. Oh, might help if I was in the live. There we go. Boom. I totally forgot to get into Discord today. That shows you how much I'm aware of what's going on. Yeah, so welcome back to the live stream, everybody. If you're in the YouTube chat, you're welcome to join the Discord. You can come hang out with us over there in the live chat. The drawing itself, I'm using the Aggie software, aggie.io. If you are a Patreon member, you are more than welcome to come and join in the drawing with me today. Last week we did a little bit of open drawing. I'm not sure if we'll do that again in the near future, but we probably do that again. I liked having like open draw days. That's pretty enjoyable. Drow, welcome. Dippy, welcome. I'm gonna try to get some. You know, I can just delete this whole layer. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with something maybe a little simpler. Gotta try to remember how to draw. Welcome. Your D&D just ended? Didn't you guys play on Sunday? Have you been playing for 12 hours? Oh, okay. I was like, dang. 24-hour... I have also had a 12-hour D&D session. Those are pretty epic. But... Brian, thank you very much. Your space wizards wouldn't be called something like JD, would they? We could just configure the spell. Maybe we'll call them like Jesus. But even that, if someone flips the page, then I'll still get sued. So we'll fiddle with it later. Jonas, it sounds like you have a drug dealer in your in your D&D campaign, which, you know, that's actually more common. There we go. It's more common than I thought it would be. I think a lot of people have a lot of fun playing drug dealers. I like that. I've had a few players decide to be drug dealers of some sort, which, you know, that's fine. I think it's a funny and interesting way to play a character. Sounds like you had a pretty epic game, which is always good. A good epic game is a... Yeesh, yeah. Dire Troll sounds pretty awesome. That might be a thing I have to use in the near future. Jesus, 3 heads and 5 arms on a Dire Troll sounds terrifying. That sounds pretty awesome. That's like a good way to do it. We're drawing some Space Wizards today. Today is going to be, because it is May the 4th, which Space Wizards have nothing to do with May the 4th at all, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's just, you know... I have a sneaking suspicion that people might confuse this with some other brand or affiliation. That, you know, that's completely not my fault if people assume that Space Wizards are related to something in pop culture. I had a. I'm trying to be very careful so Disney doesn't sue me. We'll see how it works. I had a Pesh edition with a Pathfinder character, but they have a class archetype that plays off the usage. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I have a lot of fun having... I think drug addictions work a lot like curses. Like I kind of like introducing them to my players to let them choose things like that. But that's pretty fun. Was that in the Discord? Is that a joke I missed in the Discord? Let me see where I might be in the wrong chat. I didn't see it. Okay. Hello. I had a character who was... His character had a death wish, but he built his character super, super tough. Which was really funny. I thought it worked really well. But he got addicted to black water, which is a pretty weird thing in Pathfinder. And so I basically made it to where whenever you take black water, you get bonus hit points, which made his character just like, yes, that's what I want. It'll make me tougher. But you're not allowed to eat. Every time after you take black water, if you try to eat regular food, it has a chance to make you really sick and like fatigued and weakened. But this is also the character that got the armor that made it so he didn't have to eat anymore. And so he basically had non-stop Blackwater edition with no repercussions. And I'm like, this isn't good. I have to figure out a way to do this. And so I made him like hyper dependent on it, and that was really fun. It swayed the storyline pretty well. But yeah, so characters with addictions. It's an interesting way to do it. But it's also one of those things that, like, you need to talk to your group about first, because Wait. So he was a mushroom dealer with a mushroom wife. That's weird, man. I'm gonna play your wife real hard. What? Yeah, that's the D&D lets you say some weird stuff, but another dead kobold for Jonas. Oh, you just want them to die? Is that what's going on? Gotcha. Okay. So... that's cool. Oh, yeah, no, that's no good. You can't have a 1-to-1 damage return. Otherwise, like, that defeats the point, because the players generally are able to one-shot themselves, or at least someone in the party. So, yeah, I remember that used to be a really funny thing with Diablo 2. The damage return was amplified, and most players were glass cannons. So if you had really, really high damage and no resistances, you would walk up to one of these guys and just punch them and instantly kill yourself. And it was really bad for hardcore players. Diablo 3 had it as well, but the way they calculated it was different. Diablo 2 was... Yep, yeah, we're... What? Yeah. Diablo is pretty bad about the scaling. It just goes from like easy, instant death. It's like, okay, that's not cool. Let's see what's Caleb say here. I'm currently making a Warforged Knight and having a blast with its story and why he's doing this. That's really cool. I like the idea of a Warforged Knight because of their armor components. I think that's pretty classical. I think the McElroy boys did something like that. A Warforged mushroom person. That's really funny. I am the metal mushroom. That's true. Well, if you don't make a Warforged out of metal, then they're not really... No, I guess that's fair. That's fair. Because really the Warforged is just any construct, I think, is really a better way to do it. I think the one in the book is a very specific Warforged that was created. But I think Warforged can count pretty much any magically created construct creature. Yeah. With a space pointy hat. That's kind of the thing. Like, are these space wizards samurai? Or are they... like... I don't know if you've ever seen this small time show called Star Wars. I think we should talk about it a little bit, because it's loosely based off my idea of the space cowboys, or the space... Dang it, space wizards. This is already falling apart. 3.5 has sinew as a body component. Yeah, 3.5 is interesting. It's just basically constructs that are part people, or magically created people, which I'm totally a fan of. But yeah, so we're talking about nondescript, royalty-free space wizards today. Do space wizards have to follow the wizard component? Or maybe they're space sorcerers. Maybe that's a better way to look at it. Or space bards. They could be space bards. Space monks. See, they could be space monks. Maybe that's just it. Maybe we're just making space fantasy today. Maybe we should just stick with that. It's just science fiction in general. Okay. So we're playing Starfinder today. We're drawing Starfinder characters. Oh yeah. Trigun. You think Trigun is Space Cowboy based? Is it? I guess so. He's got a big duster, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess that it is. You're right. I would say Space Cowboy. That's Trigun's a weird one because it's like it's taking place in this universe, but everyone else in the like all the main characters don't really fit the universe, I feel like. Don't put words in my mouth. Yes, this is the cat Sif. There we go. Cat Sif. Oh man. You know, I didn't think Nintendo would give a crap about me live streaming Legend of Zelda games either, but they got mad. They got real mad. So, got to make that money wherever you can, though. No, actually, I'm a big fan of a lot of that wizardry lore. I would normally play let's say lighthearted, but I really like the dark-sided aesthetic, so definitely. Exactly. Yeah, necromancy is not evil. That should be my bumper sticker. I think a stigma, yeah, if you have a stigma against necromancy or dark magic. What? Blurp. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. I think... Okay, yeah. So the White Necromancer is a really fun build. And there's a couple different ways to do it. I have seen a few people try it and then eventually just give up and murder everybody. But to be fair, I've had a lot of people try to play good characters and just end up murdering everybody. I think that's kind of like the default backup plan for any campaign. It's just like, screw it, we're evil now. Play B20 revised Star Wars was off 3.5 system, but it was fun. Nice, yeah. Yeah, we don't know yet. I think Joe Cat just released an alignment video last week. It was pretty funny. But it felt very how do I say it? Charged. He felt like, very opinionated. Which most of Joe Cat stuff is, so it's like it wasn't like a huge surprise, but it was I think he basically just told everybody to shut up. Just shut up and not worry about it. I think is what my takeaway. But yeah. I think it's very much, and I think one of his takeaways from it was people use it as an excuse to just be lazy. And whether that's like not really wanting to develop a character and just saying like, oh, I'm just so chaotic. It's like, just make a choice. Like, just, choose something and go with it, or purposely being evil so you can just kill everybody and do whatever you want. Oh, I'll be evil. My character would just murder you for no reason. It's like, I guess, but come on. And that's kind of really where my head's at with alignments. Like, you can do a lot with knowing that your character isn't necessarily one way or the other. You don't have to choose right at the beginning of the game. You can definitely start like, I think my character is this, and then from there do whatever your character feels, whatever you feel is right for the character. But I say at that point, let the DM decide your alignment, and unless it's like required for the story or for your spells or something. Dale Kingsmill, is that what you said? Will you Monarch's Factory? Yeah, drop a link in the video chat. That'd be good. You can check that out later. Okay. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of letting players kind of not have to worry about that and go with whatever. Well, see, so I've played a lot of lawful evil characters. To me, kind of are aware that people think they're evil, and they're either A, okay with it, or B, like, don't agree. It's like, no, this is for the betterment of mankind. I just need to kill 1,000 orphans. Why does everyone think that does evil things? Yeah. And I really think that's why, like, lawful is kind of a better thing. Like, oh, is your character lawful or chaotic? And I'm like, I think I have my own rules that I'm going to try to stick by. Like, that's really the only question you have to ask a player at the beginning. And that really is for, like, I've said evil campaign before, but really what I'm saying is, are we playing a lawful campaign or a non-lawful campaign? Yeah, and the reason for that is I've had a lot of people try to play evil campaigns, and they're like, oh, you're going to go talk to the king because he has a quest for you. I'm like, no evil party wants to go talk to the king unless they can, like, weasel something out of him. And I'm betting money that's not where your story's going. So if that, like, that's really the important part is, like, is what your characters want where your narrative's going to go. And I think that can definitely do that. So White Necromancer absolutely can be done. It's just, it's difficult. It's like playing a, what are the paladins called? Like a Ronin paladin. Could be an Oathbreaker. I think there was another specific version of it that was more or less like the paladin without an order, specifically without an order, and they just kind of had to follow their own code. I think that's how the samurai is supposed to be built, but I'm not sure. But it's difficult because it's very much like you have to set these laws down, and if you don't follow your laws, no one else is going to hold you accountable. And so I always make it kind of like, I make it very, very possible for those people to kind of really screw themselves over and have to, like, find their way back to their own path. And that can be a really fun character arc, character story. So I think that's the other thing people don't realize is, like, paladins losing their powers or, like, warlocks losing their weapons. Those can all be really good paths to a story. But it like, because it really severely hurts your character. And so, like, I think that some people will just be demotivated by that. Like, oh, you ruined it. I was done. I don't want to do it now. It's like, try to fix it. Try to find something. And I think like Ford, Travis Wilhelm's character in Critical Role has a cool story with that. I don't want to talk about that too much, but I think they do that a lot in season 1 too. I think challenging your character, like, base constructs, like what you are doing with your character, is something that doesn't get touched on a lot. I think a lot of people kind of try to make their backstories really, really interesting, but it's like your class should be part of your backstory. So if you're making a White Necromancer, I think that is super interesting because you are inherently doing something that most people think is evil, is wrong. How are you going to prove them otherwise? And so I had one player play a Necromancer that basically asked for permission to do anything. So he would constantly cast Commune with the Dead or Speak with Dead and be like, hey, can I use your body for a second? I need to fight this guy. And they'd be like, well, why? Why would you use my body? It's like, you're available. Can I summon your ghost to help save these villagers? And they're like, yeah, that sounds fine, I guess. And that was really fun. That was really cool. Almost like a medium, kind of going between the two people. Or he'd kill a skeleton, and then he'd talk to them about, like, I'm so sorry I had to kill you there, but you know, all these people were gonna die. What can I do for your last remains? And it came up towards the end where they were fighting a Necromancer, and it was really funny because he was so pissed off that the Necromancer was doing all these things like inappropriately, and I thought it was pretty great. So white Necromancers can be really fun. You can also look at it at the effect of, like, once somebody dies, their body is now part of returned back to nature, and thus you can use it again. And I've had someone play that way where the body is kind of corporeal, or it's just like the body is dirt, and everything they did was to protect the souls and spirits of others. And so, like, someone dying, they would, like, help in the ritual of them dying, and they had to help with every funeral they saw. And if someone died, they're like, I have to take care of this, and they'd run off and help them with that. But then once the person was dead, they were just like, okay, I need some skeletons now. And they would just pick up the body and go with it. And I thought that was kind of neat. Yeah, definitely some cool ways to do a white Necromancer. Not necessarily evil. Probably going to put that on a shirt. Fish people too. All the murder hobos. A Necromancer, but with consent. Exactly, yeah. The only difference, that was we always said about the difference between a healing spell and necromancy is just consent. Because it's like, hey, I'm gonna reattach your arm. It's like, no, don't do that. Which, for most people that don't know this, you can absolutely 100% not be healed by somebody. Yeah, you can force a will save on a healing spell if you choose to, because it always says, like, one willing target. Don't heal me. Get away from me. Yeah, that was really fun. I had a person. You can definitely do that. I had an orc that was super superstitious. My friend played, and he basically wouldn't let anybody. I think it's a feat in Pathfinder. It's an actual feat, but he took it. You get bonuses against all magic, but you have to make will saves against all magic. So that's what I'm saying. So the difference was, like, you get like a +4 to all your will saves, or +2 to all your will saves, but you can't willingly accept magic. So if someone wanted to heal you, you had to roll a will save to, like, allow them to touch you or allow them to heal you against the magic. I would probably use touch AC with the thing. So if you want to do something like that, we could do that to where touch AC would go up by 2, but anytime somebody tries to touch you or tries to heal you, because those are all touch spells, they'd have to roll. They'd either have to roll to hit your touch AC and forcefully do it, or, like, you'd have to roll a will save to allow them to do it. You want to do that? Okay, yeah, we can write that into your character. So we'll put that here. So Guff the Kobold gets +2 to touch. I don't know how to spell touch today. Touch AC. Yeah. And then with that, we'll call this. We'll just call this the doesn't like to be touched, or don't touch me feat. Don't touch me. Like, social anxiety. Yeah, it slowly becomes social anxiety, where you get a +1 to touch AC, but then you can let people touch you at choice. So you get +2 to your touch AC, but you're taking all touch attacks, or you can no longer willingly be touched. Wow, I cannot. There we go. Touched. I was looking at characters that eat souls because his family is cursed. My D&D family is bloodlinker. But the patron is keeping his family alive by a bastardized foreigner's lichdom. My alignment is lawful evil, though he's going to be a healer and try to help people with the knowledge that he learns from his patron. So it's a very gray area for him. If anyone has any options for me, I am still working in many details. So yeah, Brian, that's a really cool way to do it. I think a lot of people don't take that into account with their patrons, especially for warlocks, because a lot of people like that like eldritch horror kind of evil or non. What's the term I'm looking for? Kind of outsider aspect where they don't really follow the human codes for existence. And they're like, oh yeah, no, just sacrifice 30,000 people to me and I'll give you cool warlock powers. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. It's like, you're an evil character. They're like, no, I'm totally good. It's like, well, you know, if you have to somehow find a way to accept that patron but be a good person, that's your character backstory. And that's great. Don't be all happy about sacrificing people. So I've been in that situation. It's fun. It's hard to deal with, and those kind of moral quandaries, I think, really make your characters pop, and give you. This is too high. I made this mantle way too big. Those are the things you remember. Like, it's fun to remember, like, oh, I did 300 damage with the character, but you really remember, like, oh, remember that time we had to feed that lady to a dragon? That was terrible. So yeah. Hold him down. I'm gonna heal him. Yeah, exactly. So that's perfect. I love that. I love that idea. No healing. That's a really good one. So yeah, we'll keep rolling that along. I would add that to your character sheet, and we'll see if it does anything with it. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Why are there so many what? Are there a bunch of black spots? Oh, it's me. Yeah, it's me. What just happened? Oh, I just looked at the pencil. Bride did tip me a little earlier, so I will do some push-ups before I go away today. I'm still a little beat up from last week, but Operation Get Healthy is still a go. So I'm gonna try to do push-ups when I get tipped. I'm gonna drink a whole bunch of water throughout the day. I think I need to find a way to make sure I'm drinking enough water too. But Skull's gonna make me do push-ups. I gotta think of some other stuff. We'll have a water drinking contest. That's pretty good. I drink. What is oh wow, I just discovered I don't drink a lot of water. I think I drink like 8 cups of water a day on average. That doesn't seem like enough. Well, I do need to drink so much water. Like, that's my new thing, is the doctor's like, hey, you need to drink water or you're gonna die. It's like, okay, I gotcha. I'm on board for that. So I'm going to try to drink more than 8 cups of water in a day. That's my new goal. I definitely... Do we have an argumentative case for drinking Pepsi over Coke? I have a family divided. So... Pepsi's cheaper. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I go to the store when everyone's on sale. It's like, yeah, I get it. I'm going to get that one. Because Coke tastes terrible. Coke tastes terrible. Dr. Pepper. 8 cups would be a lot depending on the cup size. I was talking about empirical measurements. So, actual cups of water. Just keep a gallon of water in the fridge and shoot to finish it by the end of the day. I used to do that. We used to live in a really crappy part of Idaho where the water tasted like, well, it tasted like butt. I'm just gonna put it that way. And so we bought our water from the store. But we didn't buy bottled water. We went and actually filled up purified water jugs. So every day we would fill up these jugs, and I would try to finish one off every day. But there would be days when I would get home and it would be completely full, and it's just like, I can't do it. Try to force myself to drink a gallon of water. Not good. So, I haven't done that, and that's probably why I stopped doing that, was because we live somewhere that actually has good water now. So now that I have good water, I'm not drinking it. Exactly not. I'm missing my opportunity to not be dead, so I will try to improve that. Did you say you just drew a sex doll? I hope that's not what a sectoid. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, XCOM character. I was gonna say, if this is what your sex dolls look like, I think you're buying it from the wrong people. But maybe not. Are we on the moon now? Is that what's going on? People on the moon are getting this? What planet is everybody on right now? That's a good question. YouTube is branching out into this intergalactic audience. That'll be it. That'll be the day when all of a sudden we have intergalactic TV. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be kink shaming people. If that's the kind of sex doll you're into, that's your own business, man. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Just surprised. I'm just surprised, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, if you're not into the mouth, your sex doll's not gonna have a mouth. This got weird. This got weird again. Nope. No, actually, you didn't say anything wrong. I said, I was the one that brought up the weird stuff. Oh, you did say sectoid. Yeah, we got a weird accent going on with the sectoids. Orange is nice. On subject of my favorite things to mix, they especially orange and lemonade flavors. Dr. Pepper is choice. How do people like Dr. Pepper? Oh, no, I love Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's great. You like the cough medicine taste of Dr. Pepper? Fair enough. Yeah, I was not a big sweet kid when I was younger. I didn't like chocolate for a long time. And even now, I'm a big dark chocolate fan. I'm not a big. Too sweet. Too sweet. My teeth! My teeth are gonna break. Oh no. Having a beak would be pretty weird. Just fuse all the teeth together into one plate. All right. I'm from the future. You know what? People have been talking about telepathy being awesome for years, but like I can't get people to text coherently. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd want some people in my head. Especially with like YouTube comments. Like, oh boy. You know, that being said, I made a comment about YouTube comments. And I would like to say thank you to everybody who has commented on my videos because they've all been very nice. There have been a handful of like spam ones, but those have been dealt with. So, in the general scheme of things, everyone has been polite and I dig it. So thank you from me to you. Are you the one sending me those weird like check out these sexy ladies in 3 minutes comments? Because I totally thought those were just like weird bots sending me messages. But yeah, so no, we've had a really cool community build up here, and I'm really happy about that. So thank you everybody for that. Feel free to comment on all of the videos because that does help our metrics. Feel free to subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. A little shameless plugging. A little bit of shameless plugging and with a heartfelt thank you because I do appreciate that. And yeah, so we hit 2,700 people this weekend, which I was kind of in bed most of the weekend, so I didn't jump up and down and be like, hey, we did. But we did. We hit 2,700 people, which is awesome. I think we might hit 3,000 by the end of this month if we push. I need to release a new video, which is a week delayed now, which is a bummer. But I'm gonna get that finished as soon as I can. I did get some of my backlog work done this weekend, laying on the couch, which was kind of cool that I could do that. But so the video is on its way, and then we're gonna try to hit 3,000 people. I don't know if we should do something special. Maybe. What's that? Okay, bad joke. I missed a bad joke. Rule number 1 is a good rule. Maybe rule number 2 should be don't start a cult. I should probably do the next one. And maybe rule number 5 is don't start a cult. Yeah, all cults have to go through me. That sounds even worse. That sounds worse. Yeah, Brian, the comments do, because it's weird, like subscribing helps because then people can see my videos. The likes and the comments are actually the main metric that YouTube uses to suggest the video to more people. So, and liking the comments, which is really weird. So like really successful comments will also get people to watch a video. Yeah, exactly. Because really, most people don't get the videos anymore because of their subscriber pages. YouTube is more likely to send you something you will click on than they are to send something that they think you like, which is really weird. Yeah, that's the thing. If you don't click that little bell, it doesn't always tell you that I've made a new video. At least not right away, unless the video gets a lot of traction, which is really strange. So, yeah. If people are interested in YouTube metrics, I'd be happy to talk about them or talk about people's experience with them. I found your channel yesterday when I searched for Minotaur lore. Yeah, and so that's good. That means my tags are working. The more thumbs ups and things that are there, the more the video will get looked at. When someone searches for one of the tags, which is good because a lot of my videos are pretty high up on the list now, which is really cool. I've also been able to, which something that's cool, if I type Rookzer0 into Google, it promotes all my videos, which I'm really happy about. It wasn't like that 6 months ago, so Bear Bard is still there. I like that. That's all right. I mean, yeah, I don't want people like forcing this down people's throats because I do want my audiences to be Yeah, willing's a good word, but I was thinking more like authentic. I want an authentic audience. So like, just having one person like subscribe 3 times doesn't help. Yeah, it pushes us closer to the 3,000 mark, but it doesn't actually like, it doesn't improve the content. Yeah. Watch this guy stick it to Disney while withdrawing his off-brand weird space wizards. This is a Eric Kokra Chocobo Magus with a light sword. What is a magus? Oh, okay. That's Estonian for sweet. Like sweet candy or like awesome? Or both? It can be both. Does anybody remember that weird chicken guy from the X-Men? No, not Angel. That is a guy with wings. That's fair. No, there's a he's one of like the useless mutants. He was for a little bit. Can't remember what his name was. He literally just looks like a chicken. That's his mutant power. He looks like a featherless chicken. It's super weird. That's his only powers. That's what I feel like that's what I just drew. I can't remember his name though. His name might be Beaks. It might be Beak. I can't remember. Is he part of the New Mutants? I don't remember. It is Beaks? Okay. Oh, if I could choose? That's a difference. So, like, what mutant power would I have versus what would I choose? Drawing real good. Yep. No, Beaks is his character is that he is useless as a mutant, but he still has value. Like that's his whole jam. I'm pretty sure he's saved the Marvel universe a few times, but it's fine. That's not how that works. I've always I'm gonna cop out and say healing factor would be pretty awesome, but that could be because I have such a crappy everything. So. That would be pretty dope if I could just heal through everything super fast. If I didn't choose it, ooh, that's interesting. What would I get stuck with, huh? Well, I would probably just have something like Squirrel Girl. I would assume would be my something to the effect of that. Yeah. Let's see if we can get up. Okay. Yeah, I think superheroes is a little weird. Like, if everybody had superpowers, like, would we really have superheroes, or would we just have, cops? Like, I feel like... Yeah, My Hero Academia is not a bad way to look at that. And I still think it's weird. Like, they still have cops, but then they also have superheroes, which is like, why not just, it's the same thing at this point. Yeah. I feel like they're just training to be like on the special forces or something. I would honestly, if I got to choose, I think I would probably pick something like. I mean, Healing Factor would be awesome, but I think Iceman is definitely like the way to go. Gotta have. Yeah. Bobby Drake's powers is just like entropy, which is fucking dope. Like that's the best way to do it. And I've been in many conversations, and so this is unfortunately moving towards talking about politics and religions. But it's my belief, which maybe I shouldn't say it then. That's actually a good point. I'm not gonna do it. Iceman though, super awesome. Love me that Iceman. Yeah. Yeah, but he's not a superpower. That's just a thing people have. Once again, Deanna Troi was just this makes me so mad. I can feel how aliens feel. Like, so can we. We use their facial cues. That's how that works. That's fair. I mean, at the extent at which Deanna Troi could do it, it was pretty magic powers. But it kind of looks like what we're doing. Griffins should have ears? Yeah, they do. They have those weird little poofs. Why do they have that? They have human ears, is that what you said? It's like we just redraw the chocobo, but then give it human ears. Like, hey everybody. It's Gomer Pyle, but as a bird. A lightsaber is a +1 prismatic weapon. Brilliant weapon. I'm sorry. I said prismatic. Brilliant weapon. Yeah. Pretty dope. Pretty dope weapon. I like brilliant weapons. They don't exist in D&D, though. Brilliant weapons basically go through all non-organic matter. So they go completely through armor and just kill people. They ignore armor completely. I'm sorry, what did I say? They don't. Yes, they completely go through inorganic matter. So like if you're wearing armor, it just bypasses the armor and cuts you in half inside your armor. They cut organic matter, but they bypass inorganic matter. Yeah. Adamantium bypasses hardness, and can cut armor, but brilliant weapons just bypass all armor. So they just always go for touch AC, basically. I had someone with a bow that did that in one of my first campaigns I played. It was really funny because they would just like fly up above the boat and just shoot arrows through the boat, hopefully hitting people with. It was funny, and like there's a lot of logistics about why that shouldn't work, and it was great. My DM was really flexible and made super high fantasy games pretty fun. Yeah. Right. Yeah. There's a lot of weird ways to look at it. I've been told that cops in My Hero Academia aren't allowed to use their powers. Yeah, see, that's the weird thing, Caleb, with My Hero Academia, is like there's this hold on the way things were before everybody was superheroes, and then this like weird shift of like, and now there is the way things are with superpowers. And I feel like this comic is leading into 20 years when just everybody has superpowers because it's like fading out, you know. And I think their society should have shifted faster to the hero. The cops are, yeah, basic. Right, yeah, the cops are a memory of the old system that I think should have adapted a lot faster. Like, in my mind, if all of a sudden people started having superpowers, the first thing that would happen is, A, the military all of a sudden has all the superpower people, then B, those people retire and start becoming all the cops. And all of a sudden, like, the NBA, the military, like, basically all the corporate sectors and things where the government could be involved in any way would just be populated with the most powerful people. And then society would kind of be shifted around that. Mind you, I do think there would be a lot of supervillains, but I still think there would like instantly have task forces, which is where like the hero, whatever the hell it's called, League of Heroes? Is that what it is in that? Comes from? But, yeah. Speaking of heroes, I'm going to get some candy. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means. That was an aggressive segue is what that was. But yeah, so like I think I really like My Hero Academia, but I feel like their society is our society. Oh, but with heroes, and it's like that's not how that would work. So I would really like to see a version of that show where basically it's the actual hero society existing. The second Super Series. That sounds pretty. Yeah, and I think that's kind of what it would work. Bry suggested in their future setting where people had superpowers that some would have precognitive abilities, and they would be able to prevent any villains before they would act. You just described Minority Report. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, that's kind of that was kind of the whole thing of. I think what you're both talking about is kind of adding superpowers into a world where everything is possible. Like, where do the limits lie? And I think the X-Men, at least they used to, I mean, it was always kind of based around racial tensions, but the idea is a lot about kind of ethics and where power lies, like who has what power, and that's where Watchmen came from. I think if you haven't read the Watchmen comic, it's definitely worth a read. It's pretty heavy, though, because it very much is talking about nuclear bombs and what do we do with that. Who watches the Watchmen? Like, that's the whole thing. Who watches the people with power? And I think that's a big scare that in a lot of the future tense, like the Logan comics, Magneto basically just takes over part of the world. Just like he eventually gets so powerful that he's like, well, this is mine now, fuck you all. And like that's kind of how our world works, which is really scary. Like when people have enough power over someone else, they just take what they want. And He earned it? Is that what you said? Now listen here. I've been turned into a meteorite and thrown into the universe, and, you know, I became a time-devouring demon for a couple thousand years. You know, it's my time. I get Canada. I get Canada now. Let's just... I mean, to be fair, Magneto has been the biggest advocate for mutant rights. Like, maybe he does. Maybe he does just deserve to take over the Northern Hemisphere. But yeah. I like how all of this superhero like power struggle thing we've been talking about spawned from space. Actually, just kind of spawned from Space Cowboys, which I'm totally fine with too. Did you know that Spider-Man and Superman are canon in My Hero Academia? They both appear in the comics, but the legal reasons they couldn't appear on the show. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Are they actually Spider-Man and Superman, or are they? Yeah, because I mean, if someone all of a sudden could stick to walls, 9 times out of 10, I bet they would just decide to be Spider-Man. They would just latch onto that so hard. Exactly. Oh, absolutely they would get sued, but like, I mean, you're a vigilante, you don't give a crap. Hey, cease and desist, please. And then just Spider-Man just flips him off. That's against our brand. Don't do that. Our cease and desist didn't work, so we're just gonna shoot him. We're just gonna straight up shoot him. And now what you just described is everybody that's ever shot at a superhero because they were a cop, and B, J. Jonah Jameson and Lex Luthor. Superman, stop that. You're making my company look bad. You're doing evil things. No, I'm not. I'm doing normal corporate things. Stop that. My brain sees Spider-Man and swoons. I do love me a good Spider-Man. Yeah, I've been a big fan of Spider-Man for a long, long time. Spider-Man. Okay, we can stop that now. Thank you. It's a pretty good theme. One of my weird art quirks is I really like Venom. I really like Venom's design, but I struggle to draw him all the time, and I don't know why that is. Just really struggle drawing Venom. I think partly because like his head is part of his body. So like we've got Spider-Man, right? We got Spider-Man here. Hey, he's cool. He's gangly. He's spidery. I'm gonna put the webbing in here just so it looks right. I'm gonna do this with this. Beep, 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 do. How does the Venom jaw work with a Spider-Man face? Does anybody know? Anybody from the back? We'll let people guess. You don't know who Venom is? Is that what you were gonna say? Okay. So this is a Spider-Man. This is a Spooderman. Marvel's gonna sue the crap out of me today. I should just change the name of this episode to "Hey Marvel, come sue me." Oh no! You have no idea the extents that Disney will go through to steal your money. It's great. Yeah, you would think that like, oh hey, it's Venom. It's not though. It's not. It's this. It's this. This is a big size, and then he's got teeth, and then he's got a mouth, and then you got a Venom. It's super jacked up. It's so crazy. You just put a face on him. We could turn him into the Mask, I guess. See their face? Absolutely you would. Oh, but you don't. And also, he eats people through that mouth. How does that work? How does Venom eat people with a person inside of him? Is it just two people touching then at that moment? Exactly. Venom is basically just a mimic. He's just a black ooze. He is an alien. Like, he is a big, gooey alien. That's for sure. Yeah. Venom is super cool. I'm a big fan of Venom. The movie was okay. I was okay with that movie. I felt it like it was a kind of a bad movie, but they did a good job with Venom. If that makes any sense. Yeah, it was okay for what it was, but like they rushed it and they tried to add too much crap and like it was fine. It was like, yep, that was a generic superhero movie, but it wasn't terrible. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah, I was sad that it wasn't like Spider-Man 3, terrible movie. Spider-Man 3 is my metric for whether or not a movie is bad. If it is better than Spider-Man 3, then it's an okay movie. If it's not Spider-Man 3 good, then I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm good. Oh, that's actually, I don't know if does that count as Venom? Because that looks like either that's Agent Venom, which is literally, but it looks like Black Suit Spider-Man, which is interesting that they went that way. But yeah, Agent Venom is a totally different thing. Which is still cool. I still like the idea of making him like an anti-hero. But yeah. I mean, really, what it is it's just, Todd McFarlane just how can I make a giant smiling boy? And then that's Venom. That's how you do it. You just Yeah, they went a little nuts with it, but still. The Punisher Spider-Man. It does look like Punisher Spider-Man, which is pretty great. So, there's my secret. I struggle drawing Venom. Not sure why. Don't know the proper proportions for it. Because it's like person's face, and then crazy spiky teeth jaws, and then neck muscles. We gotta get this in here. We gotta get the curl. Gotta get that McFarlane curl in there. I don't know what you just said. What was the word you just used? Slaw. I don't know. I heard that too. What is? Can you define that or expand upon it? A big human? Oh, frog demon. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Slade. Slad. Gotcha. Well, I assume there's probably one pronunciation and we're just all saying it wrong, so. A symbiote. Yeah. That's a good question. What would your symbiote look like? Didn't people do that when the Venom movie came out? Like they all did their. Maybe that was just a Tumblr thing. A whole bunch of people did their symbiote version. Continue. I want to hear the thought. Okay. Oh, sorry. No. I'm in your way. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's probably pretty close to what their intent was for it. If I remember right, I think there was something that was very much trying to be Venom in D&D. So I kind of need to go look at that up. And we need to make a Venom character next time. Absolutely. I like the idea that Venom would be like a warlock and your patron is just this goo. Yeah, he's granting you goo powers. You just... Yeah, goo could be a familiar, or it could be... Yeah, instead of being of the blade, you're just like of the slime. That would be great. I am Greg Slimeman. I'm not sure why you have to name everything Greg. I don't want people to know that that's not my thing. Please don't make Rookzer0 shirts that say Greg on them. Not my joke. Not my joke. Not's joke. Absolutely Not's joke. That is very confusing, I'm now realizing. I now kind of understand why hashtag not my Greg, Not's Greg is what it would say. Hashtag totally Not's Greg. I'm going to write that down just so people don't get confused. Not's Greg. Hashtag Not's Greg. All right. Yeah, they were the symbiotes. The symbol goats. Fuck. I love Todd McFarlane's art. All right, I'm going to look this up and help you out real quick. We are the frog people. Ah. These are just frog people. These are not what I thought they were. Interesting. Yeah. Bah! D&D? D&D? Yeah, someone built out a whole one. What is this? Who made this? Someone made a dragon-based goo called the Symbiotes on D&D's homebrew page. Black Bando. Well done, Black Bando. It's kind of a cool idea. I like it. So what if it's like a use organism that attaches to your chest and has veins snaking around the limbs? That could do it, yeah. I mean, basically you either have like a mind flayer thing stuck on your chest, or you could have like you could be a patron of the whatever the Death Stranding baby is. Just have that be your patron deity. I worship Konami and his infallible code. That's Kojima. I totally screwed that up. I'm sorry, but I was making a Konami code joke. That's my bad. I realized I just nerd punted myself. Yeah, I definitely think Underdark, Abyssal Plane type stuff would definitely fit all of that kind of shenanigans. You know what I just realized? We're not drawing space wizards anymore. When did this happen? When did we stop drawing space wizards and start drawing Marvel characters? I guess they're all owned by the same company, so whatever. You guys derailed me with Spider-Man talk, because Spider-Man's amazing. So that's touche, I suppose. Morals. We're talking about morals today, and why Black Sith Space Wizards is totally fine to play, I think is what we're going through. I'm going to take a real quick break I'm going to go get more water and maybe a granola bar. And then we will get back to this, and we will start doing some shenanigan things. Everybody take a quick break. And we will refocus and start drawing space wizards again. I think that's the best way to do this. I need to get like a theme song for my Be Right Back page. I wonder if I can add that. People should discuss that. Wow, that looks real dumb. I totally jacked up this head. Hold on, I gotta fix this real quick. Here we go. There we go. Did you actually draw something cool that's not working? Boop, boop, boop. Let's take a look. We'll reload it, and then I'll take a break. That looks pretty good. I dig it. I dig the teeth going all the way up the back of the head. That's pretty dope. All right, we'll be right back. Want to know how I got these scars? Nice. I like it. Okay, we are back. Go back to that button. Click on this stuff over here. The slide has some great lore, and I think the black slide make a good Venom base. You're right. I think you use a Venom base in Pathfinder. A Sapphire Ooze is already becoming, because more armor has an ability. Cool idea. I dig it. I think we have some great options. How's everybody doing today, by the way, now that we're back? I hope the... Play a straight black ooze. Do you want to make it an intelligent black ooze or just like a non-intelligent black ooze that can't understand anybody? I'm gonna draw a 6-armed Warforged space wizard. That's what I want to draw. Cough, 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 cough. Man, if you haven't decided at some point in your life to try to make a 6-armed space wizard, you could even do like a space hunter or like a 6-armed Warforged ranger that hunts space wizards. That'd be fine. I think you're missing out. Definitely worth a shot. Yeah, drew an illithid, huh? Yeah, that's not super far off. If you had a Black Ooze symbiote, would it actually talk? Have to be intelligent or telepathic, or is bonded? Yeah, that's kind of the issue I've had in the past with wanting to play super monstrous races. I mean, my video talks about it a little bit, but I really think that you could definitely make an ooze a person. There are, I think, like the Oobleck people are basically just the Forgotten Realms being like, oh, you want to play an ooze? That's fine. What if the ooze are people? That'd be good. And it's like, no, I want to play the ooze. And the only way to do that is to like have a magical item intervene or a deity intervene to make one of them smart. But I like that concept more, where it is. Yeah, I like the idea that if you do that, go that route, that you are very much one of a kind. Like, you are an ooze. And then that's something you're going to have to deal with. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to play an ooze, but I want to be able to turn into a person so people don't know I'm an ooze. It's like, that defeats the purpose of being the ooze. Like, play the monster. If you're going to play the monster, yo. Yeah. Just turn into the blob. And just devour everything. Yeah, I think a lot of people do want to be the unique thing without the drawbacks. And I'm a big fan of the drawbacks. Like, I think that's really what makes things interesting. Clayface would be cool too, but like Clayface has his drawbacks. And so I think there's a way you could do that as well. Really putting limits on it. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who that is. I've never seen that before. It grievously wounds me that you think this character is not 100% original. And I've never, ever... I don't know what you're talking about. This is 100% OC. Never seen it before. Don't know what you're talking about. Space Wizard Hunter is what I'm calling him. Space Wizard Hunter. Welcome to the chat. I'm getting real funky with these proportions, but we're gonna... That's pretty good. Celebratory pizza is always nice. Hope you did well on your exam. I think I accidentally turned this dude that is not supposed to look like general wounding. I think I turned him into Majin Buu. I might have to start over. I got the proportions all jacked up. His head's supposed to be like really tiny and then like really long face. Yeah, I kind of jacked that up. Ooh, I do too. I think he's one of my favorite villains. Did I draw the body or the face? Boop, boop. Bam. Let's go back to basics here. Everyone's talking about D&D nowadays. Is that what you just said? Drought, you just described what we were talking about. Like you reiterated the conversation we were having without actually telling us what your thought was. So what did you discover? Yes. I understand what you were doing. What did you actually find out? Okay. Yeah, that would work. What? I mean, I've seen a couple different puddings. What is a done pudding? Okay, it's an ochre jelly. Okay. Sand-colored ochre jelly. Yeah, that would work. We could start with that. I think that would be a cool way to do it. Because the ochre jellies basically are able to absorb stuff, right? Like absorb things they eat. And those are the basis for the Obelix, aren't they? The Obelix. I could be wrong in that. I could be totally wrong. Yeah, right? Cornstarch and water. That's how you make Obelix. For anybody that's, old enough to remember that GAC was a thing that you couldn't afford, and kinetic sand is also not a child's toy. So, yeah, super throwback. I can't draw today. Yeah, if you haven't looked into playing an ooze in D&D, like they're pretty OP. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like they're really OP as a thing. I really like throwing gelatinous cubes at my players, because if you play them right, like gelatinous cubes are supposed to destroy your party, like 100%. Just kill them. Like they either need to be prepared for it or know what it is, or people just die. I'm a big fan. I think are the ochre ones the ones that divide when you hit them? I can't remember. Ooh, gold tooth stopping you. Let's see what's going on. The couple that divide. I really like those. Those are fun to play as characters. That hurts, Rook. That hurts bad. That's why I play cold. I put my middle finger to people's faces, and they look at me like I'm a small little dragon reptile. Hi there. Okay. Hey, when did we start making General Grievous masks? I don't know who General Grievous is. I've never heard of that person before. I think you're making that up. It's absolutely not real at all. If there was such a person, I would probably like the fact that they hunt Jedi religiously, and would probably be one of my favorite characters of all time. but I definitely don't know who that is or have ever seen anything called Star Wars. I'm not sure how do you pronounce that? Must be a French film. Battlefront 2 is no longer doing updates for the game. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, that was really fast. It's really fast for them to drop it. Ahsoka Tano is also super good. Ahsoka Tano I've absolutely heard of. And absolutely my favorite character of all time. But, you know. Who knows? No, if you've seen my my ArtStation page, I've drawn a lot of Ahsoka stuff. I'm a big fan. A big fan. I think her design's pretty dope. And I like her character. Plus, you know, dual wielding. Dual wielding is always cool if you can make it work. Dun, 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 dun. I think I've gone on long enough trying to get the Disney lawyers off my back, so we could probably just actually talk about Star Wars if people wanted to, because it's pretty good. But yeah, no, I dig General Grievous. I think he's a really cool character. Plus, he's a robot, partly a robot, which is always dope. Yeah. He's a cyborg that doesn't like cyborgs, which is pretty great. Be careful though. Fantasy. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful of searching the internet for basically anything. When sexy alien girls are involved, it's never a good time. Well, maybe it is. I'm not sure. What were we saying earlier? I have to not fetish shame people. Just do what you like. Do what you like and have fun with it. Kink shame. That's what it was. Can't kink shame people. I can, but I shouldn't. Rule 1, don't be a dick. Rule 2, don't kink shame people. Maybe that's someone's kink. Maybe I'm helping them. You don't know. That sounds weird. I'm gonna change the subject. Yeah. Back to Disney, right? Let's just switch back to Disney characters. How the corporate overlords are trying to take over. I like to pretend that I haven't already lost a battle to a galactic overlord that is Disney, so I'm going to keep my hope up by saying that they haven't finished their takeover, as I've just watched a butt ton of stuff on Disney Plus this weekend. So, yeah. New DuckTales? Pretty great. Pretty great. Woo! I started watching the old DuckTales, and it's not great. It's nostalgically good, but like it's dated. It's super dated. I love it when they make like early '90s references, and it's like, oh dang, that's not good. That's not good at all. It probably wasn't good at the time, and now it is terrible. But yeah, it's still definitely worth a watch. I liked it. Oh yeah, they kind of did in the new DuckTales. He's in there a bit. I thought that was really fun. So if you're a Darkwing Duck fan like I was, definitely check out the new. Here I am, totally hashtag not sponsored by Disney. Let's draw more General Grievous. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to draw more Disney. And then they'll pay me to do stuff. I can't draw anymore. I don't know what happened. Deselect? Select all, edit, deselect. This. Paint. Yeah, right? I should just get a good job at Disney, and that will solve all my problems. Oh, boy. Oh boy. I probably would make more money on YouTube than I would working at Disney. But who knows? They make some good stuff. They've been making some good stuff. Gravity Falls is super great. If you haven't watched Gravity Falls, highly recommend it. Not D&D related, oddly enough. You know, like that's just a good solid show. Doesn't have to be D&D related. Gravity. But yeah, no, super good show. What are some other things? We watched Willow this week. That was good. We were trying to watch some old nostalgic stuff, and I watched what the hell, Lady Hawk. I somehow missed Lady Hawk. I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't know it existed until yesterday. Yeah, right? Like, I refuse to buy garbage on the TV service. That's totally fair. Gravity Falls is a good show. I like how that switched so fast. I am really bummed that Disney has basically... Master Plo Koon is pretty great. Master Plo Koon is one of my favorite Jedi. Like Jedi Masters. Basically what I'm saying is that Clone Wars was the best series, and it's super good, and you don't need to watch any other Star Wars stuff besides the Clone Wars. But yeah, so I was trying to watch, I'm like, hey, Willow's on Disney Plus, we should totally watch that. And Jump Rope was like, oh, I always like that and Lady Hawk. I'm like, what the hell is Lady Hawk? And it's in the exact same vein that all those movies came out around the same time. With that and like Labyrinth and I had a whole list of them, but I've seen all of those, like everything that is pseudo early fantasy wannabe Lord of the Rings He-Man related stuff. I had not seen Lady Hawk. I had no idea what it was. And I'm like, this has Matthew Broderick in it, which is super great. I'm like, of course I would love that. And the guy from help me out here, Blade Runner. But no idea what it was. I watched a part of Ready or Not, and I still haven't finished it. I basically watched the ending of it, which was still really good. I'm a little confused, but I'll have to rewatch it. We went into like super old school. We have not gotten defeated by the... Wait, what? Clone Wars is good, but I don't like how they portray General Grievous. Is he supposed to be pretty much like Darth Vader, ruthless killing machine? Yeah, I liked it. I liked General Grievous's in the cartoon. I think they did a good job because he was super powerful. He kills a bunch of people, but he is slightly incompetent, which I think is funny and I think adds to his character. Because he's like a really good fighter, but I think he like looks down on all the droids. Help me out. Droids. There we go. I forgot the I. And it really makes him kind of poop when it comes to actually fighting. Plus, it makes the Jedi look better, which I think that's kind of the point they needed for the show. There is a lot of kind of imbalanced fighting. Because like if you watch the first few seasons, you're just like, how did the Separatists do anything? Because the Jedi are just kicking the crap out of them. And then the last 3 seasons are the opposite, and you're like, oh, okay, no, I kind of get this now. Yeah, the 2D thing. Yeah, super badass in that. Super powerful. Yeah, the Gungans are a weird wild card in the Star Wars lore. I'm not a big fan of Jar Jar, which, you know, that could just be my age showing through, or it could be that he's garbage, but I don't know. I don't know. And I feel like... Did you say Jar Jar Abrams? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they are more powerful than they should be, or they are portrayed. And then I don't know why they portray him that way. Like, they could have made him really cool, and they just made him too goofy. Da, 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 da. Ba, ba, ba. Because the Separatists are actually tried to help out the world, and they're yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing. The Separatists are idealists that are then kind of twisted by the... I mean, it's all a plot. It's all a plot for the 6th movies. The later movies. The 4th movie? Yeah, 4th movie. So, spoiler alert. Yeah, the Emperor's evil guy. But I feel like that's kind of the problem. Is like it's the Separatist isn't a bad idea for what they did, and then they're portrayed really dumb in the show, which kind of bummed me out. It's like they're not incompetent, because like the Mandalorians were Separatists, super powerful. All of this, by the way, is great stuff for making D&D campaigns. If you haven't seen all the Star Wars series, it's worth a watch because it's very classic. It's very classic hero monomyth, which is know where your stories come from, and you can write good stories in the future. Jar Jar is garbage. Hey, I'm not going to argue with you. I kind of wish they would have dealt with Jar Jar better, because like Sith Jar Jar would have been amazing. By the way, super evil. Wait, you're the big bad evil guy. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Nope. Totally not. All right, fine. Haha, I was the whole time. Rule 1, man, don't be a dick. If you're the big bad evil guy, just tell the party. Just, that should be the rules of the party. 1, are you the big bad evil guy? You have to tell us. 2, did you get bitten by the zombie? You have to tell us. 3, if either of those things happen while we're adventuring, you have to tell us. Like, that's the contract that you have to make with your party before you go on an adventure. I think a few brain cells died there. Exactly. I mean, they always lie, but like that's the, you have to like make a blood pact or something. Guys, do you feel that? One of us is the big bad evil guy now. Damn it. But which one? I'm gonna murder all of you in your sleep. What? I said it very clearly. Don't go to bed. I'm a big fan of... I don't like the secret big bad. I don't use that for many of my campaigns, but I like trying to pit the players against each other. So I think that's kind of the best way to do it. It's like, there's this big bad evil dude that has that thing that you want, but he's also got the thing you want. Haha, it's the same thing. One of you is going to lose. No! Interesting. So they did want that mono. the monomyth. That's kind of cool. Yeah, gold tooth. So what you're describing is the Mr. Freeze scenario. Yeah, Mr. Freeze scenario is great. Like, I have to save my wife / family / daughter. Gonna use necromancy, and everyone's like, "Don't do that." And he's like, "Screw you guys! I'm gonna rob a bank so I can pay for necromancy. Also, I need your souls." It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. Methinks you're the bad guy now. It's like, no, no, no. I have the purest intentions. I just need to borrow your corporeal forms. This is a Sith Lord. That sounds pretty good. No, I was stretching. I'm finally getting back some sleep, which is good. But I'm, gotta work it out. Is that what I wanted to do? A little bit. Probably just do that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think it would have been interesting to see where Jar Jar went as an evil villain. But at the same time, I was not down for 2 more movies of Jar Jar shenanigans. This is blasphemy. Man, if you guys haven't read the Jar Jar Binks lore, it's pretty great. Like, the what could have beens were really strong. Of course, I'm pretty sure there was a dark doofus in there somewhere. Can't remember. I gotta look. Yeah, there's a rumor. I don't know if it's actually true. It probably is, but they like after the Jar Jar fiasco, people started talking to Lucas about, like, maybe we need to do something different, and he had a whole bunch of really crappy Darth names, and they were like, "All right, you're not allowed to do anything anymore. Stop that. You're done here." See you later, Nut. Thanks for hanging out. Darth Icky. That was one of them. Darth Insanius and Darth Icky were supposed to be Jar Jar's Darth Lord names. Were both options, and people were just like, "Get out of here, you're fired." "You can't fire me, this is my company." And they're like, "Oh no, he's not wrong." This is I, Jar Icky. Gotta get that sticky icky, yo. Yeah. What time is it here? It's noon. Robot plus Man-Bat equal General Grievous. Man-Bat is not a villain that gets thrown around very often, and I think that's a sad day. Man-Bat. Not Batman. Man-Bat. Yep. Calendar Man? Yeah, we could live without Calendar Man. That's fine. Man-Bat's pretty dope, though. Man-Bat's basically the lizard, but also a bat. That's... I don't want Star Wars much, but at the end, I'm not mistaken, Prince Leia shows me some Jedi powers. Yeah, that's cool. That actually, it's sad when they switched over to the new stuff. If she went Sith, that actually would be pretty cool. Evil Leia. I'm sure that's somebody's fetish. They did a whole bunch of stuff in the extended universe about Leia and Luke's extended family. And then there were like a whole bunch of clones, and just it went bananas, which is why I think they threw all the extended universe out when they rebooted it for what is it, 7, 8, 9? Is that the last 3? But there was a lot of cool stuff about that, and they kind of touched on it going back that direction with like Ben Solo and Leia having powers. But they didn't go that route with actually having her trained to be a Jedi Master, which I think was really cool in some of the extended universe stuff. At the same time, Chewbacca got a moon dropped on him, so that's good that that's not canon anymore. Also, cool way to die, having someone drop a moon on you. That's pretty badass, yeah. I mean, how else are you gonna kill the Wookiee, right? Yeah. Of all the ways to die, that one's pretty dope. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I didn't think about the meteor falls on his head and kill him. But I think it was very much more like the only way to stop him was to drop a moon on him. which maybe that's the case. Maybe we're learning things about DMing right now. If you have to drop a planet on one of your characters, maybe they're a little too OP. Maybe you need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe you need to figure that out. Maybe you shouldn't give them a crossbow that can explode things. They could keep all the same stuff, just do it better. Yeah, the only problem with that is that a lot of the extended universe was by individual writers, and so it's a big deal of like, what is canonical, whose stuff is important, who gets credit, who do we pay for stuff. It's a lot easier just to reboot a system. But yeah, I mean, the extended universe stuff is still there. It's just not in canon. So if you like those stories, definitely check them out. And that's kind of my whole thing. Like, once again, we've talked about this before. I don't really have an issue with like, the books are better than the movies. It's like, well, the books are the books and the movies are the movies. Like, I try not to cross those over, because very few times are they gonna be the same. I just try to keep them separate. I would rather say the books are really good and the movies are really good, or one is good and one is bad. But I really, really love the John dies at the end books. Those are it's a weird sci-fi series, but they made a movie out of it. They made a really, really like a B-list movie out of John dies at the end, and it was just a bad movie. Like, it basically followed the book, but it was just a bad movie in general. I've talked to some people that loved it. Like, they that was so campy and weird and funny. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, a lot of people did say they didn't. And so that's fine. I think it's totally fine. And I'm glad you got the story, but I probably do like the books better because of that. But it's like, I shouldn't say that to people. Be like, oh, read the book, it's better. Like, if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. I don't think they can be compared. Super. Yeah, I'm a big audiobook fan, so like I will consume a book pretty quick. Interesting. I like that, actually. Silhouetted out. One of my bosses was telling me that he has to listen to audiobooks in like 3x speed. Otherwise he gets bored. It's just like, huh. Weird. I like audiobooks to take as long as possible. But it could be because I listen to them at work. That's probably why. Aragon books were popular and the movies tanked. Yeah, I didn't actually watch any of the Aragon movies, but... You know, I actually... Yeah, I own some of those books, and I don't think I've ever actually read them. It's about a boy named Dragon, but backwards. There were a whole bunch of things that were supposed to be Harry Potter after Harry Potter. None of them were... Yeah, that's not really... It's just not how that works. Just like Killzone is the Halo killer, and then Call of Duty was the Halo killer, and then... It's like, that's... Yep, okay. Yeah, how many Minecraft killers have there been? It's like, that's not how that works, guys. You can't just remake something. You have to actually innovate to make something better. Like, you know what the Harry Potter killer was? Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is the Harry Potter killer because it took that long and people just went away from it. Yeah. Really, I would bet Fortnite was the Harry Potter killer. Like, it took that long for people to finally get their crap together. And then that's what kids like now. Yeah, all those whippersnappers playing their Fortnites. Yeah. I'm not going to talk politics. All right, you know, Fortnite is a good game. I don't like games with that high of an RNG, and like that's why I don't play PUBG anymore. It's the same reason. It's just like that much like random stuff. I don't enjoy it. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Yeah, if you founded the original Fortnite game. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, all of those zombie survival games. I'm trying to cash in. I find it funny that people watch a movie and tell them the book, it did this. They're like, they wrote a book? I'm like, yeah. In the 1950s. Congratulations. Nice. Yeah, I've definitely run into that. Okay, trains being introduced to Finland. Go on. Just all the build-up for what a train is, and that can be pretty depressing, actually, when you get down to it. Oh, it's like this, but faster. Okay, cool. I think I screwed up this fin. I don't like this fin. This one just doesn't look quite right. Dogwing duck! Let's get dangerous, y'all. Let's get dangerous. All right. I think I'm about good with General Grievous here today. I don't know why this is what we turned into. I kind of knew this is what it was going to turn into. Like, I basically only ever draw Ahsoka Tano or General Grievous. Those are kind of the only people I ever draw. Did you combine them? He's just got this huge... I'm the weird Sonic OC now. Just giant head fins. Fahrenheit 457 of the book. It's fun watching people just blatantly copy ideas and be like, "This is my OC." It's like, no, that's not okay. Your OC is your OC. It's fine. I'm not going to argue it. But that's basically General Kenobi. Like, that's exactly what it is. It's the color palette. It's got the lightsabers. It's not a Sonic fanfic. It's just Star Wars. It's still Star Wars.
My first Fortnite experience was a 50-50 match. Spawn Tune was with groups of 3 hidden in the bushes watching got killed. Dance mocking us. Sent me a text. Just kidding. I've had games like that. Yeah, like
what was it? Riot Games. They have their new, basically CS:GO clone out, and they're complaining right now. Yeah, Valorant. They're complaining. They're like, we don't understand why everybody's so toxic, and it's like, your game just fosters toxicity. Like, it just does. Like, everybody is just running around trying to get people to 1v1 them and teabagging everybody. I don't know why you didn't expect this. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What if we copy a 15-year-old game? That's new and innovative, right? Let's do that. Bad idea, guys. Come on, Riot. I expected more from you. I probably didn't expect more from them, but what was it? Animal Royale was really good. I was surprised about how good that one was. Animal Royale, yeah, it's a battle royale, but it's a top-down like dual stick shooter. You play a little fox or like a little zebra, and it's exactly like Fortnite and PUBG. You just drop in, but you're little animals. It's really cutesy and funny. I played that for like 2 weeks, and then I forgot it existed for months. just that quick. We just stopped playing it without realizing it. And then like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I logged onto my Steam account, and I was like, the hell is Animal Royale? And I was like, that game exists. I totally forgot. So good. Cuisine Royale is another pretty good one. See, that might be worth playing too. But yeah. All right. I think I'm going to call it a little early today. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some more work done. With any luck, we'll have this video produced here in the next little bit, which will be great. It's going to be a lot of work today, but I think it's going to be worth it. I'm going to try to double down on that. I have a few other things that are going up soon. Stickers should be headed out in the mail. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff going on. So we'll figure that out coming up. May the 4th be with everybody. Keep your dice on the table. And unless anybody's got any suggestions for what we should do later this week, I think I might do some commission work, which is not D&D related, which could be kind of fun. I kind of have a project from one of my friends. He is starting to do some music stuff, and he wants me to do some of his logo art. So I think that could be a fun project that we just kind of all peck away at and look at, because it's kind of in my style, but it's kind of not. And so I think that your feedback would be really good. Bri, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm going to do a whole bunch of push-ups for that. Diablo 4. Yeah, right. Let's play Diablo 4 here on the stream. That would be pretty awesome. We could draw Diablo 4 stuff. Oh, man, so good. Looks so good. But yeah, so we're going to try that probably tomorrow or the next day. We might be able to get a D&D campaign in this week, which would be pretty cool. We'll see how that goes. Aside from that, I'm going to be working on the t-shirt as well. I have a few t-shirt ideas I want to try to get going. I might be designing my own tarot cards, which could be cool. Maybe not. That's just it's one of those weird ideas that have been thrown out there that sounds pretty awesome to work on. So we have a lot of projects going on in the next probably 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks. We'll start some stuff, play some D&D, draw some more stuff, and get it going. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for drawing Jonas today with me. Remember, if you want to join the Patreon members, you'll be welcome to join our drawing sessions. The Patreon is active. The YouTube membership is active for people to get their cool little barbels like Goldtooth there and Bri. We'll catch you later. Thanks for hanging out, and have a wonderful May the 4th.